All right, everybody, here I am again in the car. This is Jeff the Pharaoh. I'm in the Pharaoh's Car Club, and somebody referred to me as Jeff the Pharaoh. Can you dig it? Anyway, remember we was doing videos about the MFO, about the train up, what's going on in the MFO, when we came back, and then I got the fuck out. I got out because these jackasses managed to lose 5 to 6 years of my life while I was in the reserves. I should roughly have about 17 years in. My paperwork on my DD-214 said I had like 12. I said, shit, where's those 5 years? And they said, we don't know. That's what it says here in the records. And I said, bullshit, I got 17 years in. They said, oh, well, we can't find it. Too bad, so sad. I said, what the fuck, Ober? So what the fuck's wrong with you fucking clowns? What'd you do with my life? Let me check my NGB-22s. I'm like, dude, there are even more years are missing. What the hell happened? So by this time, I was already short, and I got out of the fucking... As soon as we came back from Egypt, I had like 5 months left. And maybe a little less than that. So, went on my terminal leave, and then basically just got out of the guard, got out of the 160th Infantry Regiment. You know, those fucking clowns. I deployed twice with those jackasses. I'm like, fuck that bullshit. So, wow. So I got out, and I spent roughly the next 6 to 7 months trying to find all my LESs. I mean, I looked in sheds, I looked in garages, I looked in closets, I looked in friends' house, and finally, after months and months, I actually found them. I had the old-fashioned red National Guard LESs that they typed all your shit on. Private E1. I think my first of my couple LESs, I had like, maybe $23. I think I had like 23 bucks. That was fucking hilarious. First check was like $23. I was like, god damn. So anyway, so I finally get all my LESs. And this guy I knew hooked me up with a recruiter down in Burbank. The 144th Field Artillery. FSC they called it. Forward Support Command or some shit like that. And they were attached to the 11th ACR, which was fucking pretty badass. I was like, ooh, the Cav, 11th Cav. Always wanted to be in the Cav. You know, I was like, fuck yeah, that should be fucking super badass. So when I go bebopping down there, I go and talk to the recruiter. The recruiter says, yeah, man, here's your years. We got all that. Let's fix the years. The years got fixed back to 17 years. All the LESs were good. And they confirmed them all. And he says, now then, all you got to do is just get you back in. We'll get you into this unit. You got to change your MOS once you get in. I said, no problem. I was tired of infantry anyway. Did that shit for fucking forever. So I said, all right, you know, in order to get promoted. Because obviously I was not going to get promoted in the infantry, for Christ's sakes. So, with all that fucking hoo-ha and all that other bullshit, they sent me down to MEPS. And I said, here I go again with MEPS. So, we all stripped down in our civvies. You go in that big fucking room. Well, actually, what was funny about it, they had a Marine Corps guy standing there. It was like, all right. He was down there at the MEPS. He says, I want all prior service on this bench. I get up and go to that bench. I want all combat veterans go to this bench. And I'm thinking to myself, let's see, Egypt, combat deployment. I raised my hand. He goes, yeah, what can I do for you, sir? He says, excuse me. He said, combat veterans? Yeah, all the combat veterans over here. Everybody's deployed. I deployed to Egypt. He says, all right, you deployed to Egypt. I said, yeah, I deployed to Egypt. Okay, you get to go over here. Okay. And then what they did is they let all the fucking, apparently they left all the prior service and all the combat veterans go in the front of the line and all the brand newbies in the back. Hey, how about stopping, lady? Look at this dumb bitch right here. It's fucking tailgating me. And I said, okay. So we go through the maps, and unfortunately for me, I didn't even get that far. As soon as I stripped down, I got tattoos all over me, right? Fucking on my stomach, my fucking arms, up on my shoulders, the whole fucking cha-cha, and I immediately got flagged. At that time, they were, you know, they had the new policy about tattoos. You know, nothing was on my hands or up on my neck or my face, but my stomach had tattoos. I had tattoos from bicep down. And this guy flagged me. Religious guy, too. I found out he was a religious doctor. So, I go and put my clothes back on, and I go back and report to the E7. And he's going, what the hell are you doing here? I said, you couldn't have finished MEPS. I said, no. He said, I got flagged for tattoos. He goes, what? Oh, horse shit. So he goes down there, I go with him, and he starts arguing with this fucking religious doctor motherfucker. Obviously, my tattoos with the girls with the big boobs and shit like that really offended this guy. Very much so. And plus I had a couple of heavy metal tattoos on my arms. So he was really, really fucking bent out of shape about it. And he's like, oh, no, blah, 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 you know, and we don't allow these kind of fucking tattoos and blah, blah, blah. And this guy says, listen, dude, he's been in for 17 years. He wants to finish his time to retire. He says, sign off on it, but we can get this guy back in. And he would not budge. He would just not budge. So they went and had to get the fucking, they had to go and get his superior. And his superior came in and ends up signing off on it. Just signs off on it. So all right, get him, see if he passes the rest. And I barely passed the MEPS, guys. I barely fucking passed it. My fucked up hearing was like within range. My fucked up teeth was barely a class 2 with the partials, and some of the other teeth were beginning to look a little shady. I barely fucking made class 2. And my eyes, I had glasses, so they're kind of like, okay. And they didn't check for cataracts, thank God, because at the time I had cataracts developing. So after that big friggin' hassle, they're like, okay, so you're good to go. I went, oh man, Jesus. Man, and I was a busted up 40-something-year-old. I mean, I was just fucked up. So, but I got to my unit. So I finally get down to my unit. Oh, train crossing. Get down to my unit. We're still wearing BDUs at the time, and this is, what, 2000, late 2006? We're still wearing BDUs. We didn't get any ACUs yet. So I go bebopping in there, and some of these guys, as soon as they saw my 18th Airborne combat patch or theater patch, they're like, oh shit, this guy's been somewhere. I was only one of 2 other people. I was myself and this one guy who he's already been to Iraq, and he has a combat action badge, and this other guy who was he was in Desert Storm. He had a big red 1 patch. He was like some sort of fucking, he drove a gas truck in the Persian Gulf. So we were like one of only 3 guys who was wearing patches. So they kind of looked at us kind of funny. So anyway, they explained to what's going on when they put me in the 1st platoon. And they had females there, by the way, guys. Females. I went, oh my God, you got to fucking, you know, we had to do sexual harassment classes every 2 months in the Guard. You had to spend 2 hours in classroom talking about sexual harassment. And we had all these fucking bimbos in there. And I said, oh my God, dude. I said, I said, and I'm an infantry guy, and we got bad mouths, we got potty mouths, you know. You can't give dirty cadence no more. You can't do any of that shit. Because for some reason the military has changed. They got pussified. So I looked, and there they were. 6 fucking bitches in the fucking platoon. And I went, oh, fuck, this is going to suck. Because you can't say anything to them at all. I said, this is probably going to suck. I said, here I am, an infantry guy with a bunch of females. I said, this is not going to be good. Not going to be good. So anyway, they said, all right, Corporal, no master, this is what we're going to be going on. You're 11 Bravo, right? Yeah, infantry. You know, I got 11. I'm also 11 Charlie and 11 Mike. So the first thing you got to do is you got to go do a PT test. Why? Well, you want to get promoted, right? Yeah, it'd be great if I was an E5. Well, you got to do a PT test. But first, well, after you do the PT test, you're going to see where you stand. Okay. So the following drill, PT test. No fucking problem. I passed it easy. I was like, damn, dude. I said, this is going to be good fucking times. PT test, no problem. So after I did the PT test, it's like, all right, we're going to send you to 63 Bravo school. Instead of doing AT that year, they're going to send me to Camp Roberts, where I'm going to be doing my phase 1 of 63 Bravo school. And 63 Bravo, before they changed it now to something else. 63 Bravo was a light wheel mechanic. I said, do I really want to be a light wheel mechanic? I mean, I used to work on my own cars, my own hot rods and shit like that. I said, yeah, but do I want to, like, work on these big motherfucking trucks? I mean, we had these big PLSs, man, big fucking trucks. I'm like, do I really want to fucking do that? Well, you know, if you want to get promoted, you got to become a 63 series there, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, all right, whatever. I said, what the fuck ever is what I said. And they'll say, well, we're going to hook you up with 63 Bravo school. It's roughly going to be about, oh, geez, what was it, 2 weeks or 3 weeks? I can't remember. So they're going to send me to 63 Bravo school where I can become an E5. And I have to qualify for my new MOS and my new job subscription with the 144th. And of course, with this unit, it just sucked. And these guys were actually more fucked up than when I left the 160. And that is hard to do. And it gets a lot worse. I eventually get my promotion. I get my new MOS. Then I volunteered for Iraq. And they took me. Cool.